I need to know why ABA clinics are still a thing. Why? I spent my day assessing and evaluating these and treating these kids that are obviously on the spectrum, and their parents want them to go to a normal school eventually. And these kids are in these places from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Not even neurotypical kids go to school for that long. So that's a little much. And on top of that, each of them is assigned an aide, and each of these aides has an iPad where they're like documenting everything that happens the whole day. And what I observed and what I noticed is that most of these aides and approaches is just exhausting for the child. Like, if I were one of those kids in there, I'd flip a table. I would throw a tantrum, and for good reason. Like, they're forcing these kids to act and behave in a way that a normal kid would. And I find it pointless because these kids will always have different learning needs than your average student. You know, these delays, they're developmentally delayed. And, you know, it really was just the culture of the aides and the therapists that I saw reinforcing these negative behaviors they were trying to eliminate, you know. So what they don't want is tantrums. They don't want to see these kids self-harming. They don't want to get bitten by the kid, that sort of thing. And none of that really occurred in my sessions today. But the number of people that tried to warn me, you know, oh, watch out for that one. You know, he'll bite you. Oh, he's looking at you. He's giving you that look like he's going to attack you soon. And I'm like, you know, I'm really not getting that vibe. And everything was fine. Like, I think it's just the energy you bring into it. And it's not like I'm there to deliver ABA therapy. I'm just there to assess. But it really jolted and broke my heart how these kids are just being forced to be something that they're not. I understand parents' wants, you know, like, of course they want their child to be manageable, and they want them to be able to keep up with their peers. But I've always been against ABA, and it's just a lazy, I think it's just a lazy approach. And it's focused on making things easier for everyone else rather than making things easier for the person who's actually suffering with communication, or the person who's definitely overstimulated by all the chaos around them. The person who's stuck inside from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. begging everyone, can I go outside? You know, no, not today because it's raining. And then, you know, if a tantrum does happen, it's like, it's treated as such a negative thing, and then everyone gossips about it and then tries to warn everyone about it and then documents it. And I found that I had a lot more success, and people were surprised by how much I was able to engage these clients, just because of an understanding of what's actually happening within them and knowing what their motives are. You know, if you don't really have the knowledge base to rationalize why kids are acting out in a certain way, all you're doing is guessing. That's the best you can do, is guess. And it's not enough. So if your child has autism, I'm begging you, don't go the ABA route. Avoid it at all costs. It's just torture. You know, maybe that's not the case for everyone. I'm sure with high functioning kids, they've seen success and there are certain skills you can gain from it. It's not all black and white, but for a lot of kids I saw today, it doesn't help. You know, they need kind of a more individualized approach based on what their learning needs are or their communication needs. Yeah, that's just how I feel today.